Hello everyone, welcome to another midweek Wednesday Faction Wars. It's been a while since I last hosted a proper Wednesday Faction Wars. It had to go off for a couple weeks due to medical issues. But anyways, we're back and we have just enough people for a tourney to happen. Very grateful for everyone who signed up to the tourney and showed up to get some midweek multiplayer action going on Conquest Mode. Now, this week we are going with Wood Elves, and I want to play with a bit more of these Wildwood Rangers. Unfortunately, they are just not very good against Beastmen, but we're still bringing them anyways, because what is the point of meta if we can't enjoy the games we play, right? So yeah, going with a bit of melee rush build, and hopefully the enemy bring out some terror-causing units, because I really want to see these Wildwood Rangers get their attack buffs. Plus 10 attack and 25% weapon damage is a significant amount indeed, but I don't know if we can actually do that. We shall see. Holy shit. Hold on, I'm just gonna reply some Discord message on the tournament server. Anyways, yep, just replying stuff on the tournament Discord. Let me just set things up. I want to bring Wildwood Rangers, but there's no reason to justify bringing them. I'm not gonna bring them, fuck it. Because I'm just gonna bring War Dancers instead. You know what, I'll bring one. No, I bring these, and then a couple. I'll bring some Zolts, as per usual, because I love taking Zolts. The problem is if they go... The problem is, what if they go mobile? What if they go kite? I wouldn't have answers to that, so I'll bring a couple... I'll bring a couple cheap Glade Gods over here. And cheap as Glade Gods, bring some... Now, I'm gonna bring a Glade Lord for those melee modifications. And at the same time, Glade Captain would be funny. Because what happens is you can stack these together. And suddenly you have a bunch of melee buffs going for your melee characters. It's funny. Call of the Woods. Now I don't have magic though. I'll take one Zolt off. 3 Zolts are too much. Alright. We need Dryads, and then we've got Eternal Gods guarding the back line. We need one caster. Fine, I'll bring a Wildwood Ranger. Warden of Sithral. Happy? Happy now? That's a Wildwood Ranger. I'm gonna delete one of the Dryads then. I don't need 3. Fuck, I'll bring a regular Wildwood Ranger. I'll bring 2 regular Wildwood Rangers. And then bring a Bronze Wraith. And then Melkoffs and Earthblood. I think that's what. I see Zolt, I hate the build. Fuck off! Yeah, I see hates against Zolt, I hate the person. Fuck off! Yeah, so... What if we do... Take another Dryad? Like, what if they kite me? I've got nothing against kite. That's a real problem here. Like, I've got no answers to kite. Like, what if they kite me? I'm just gonna get kited and die. Like what can I even do against kite? Nothing really. Scroll of Shooting. Doesn't add. Horn of Isha, Dance of Loic. Horn of Isha, Dance of Loic, and then. Like, I've got a lot of melee buffs and debuffs. Oh shit, they might actually Flock of Doom me too. Oh man, this is rough. I don't know what to do. I can't just bring one cavalry and expect them to do everything, right? Can I skim on anything on these guys? No, I can't. I don't. What else? Why are you so expensive? Oh God. I'll just bring 3 spears and then have these melee troops try to hold on. I guess. I don't know. This is gonna end horribly, I swear. But not that I have anything else to do here. Drop the Zolts. You got Zolts. Shut up! I'm gonna bring Zolts and you're gonna stop me from doing it. Even if I die a horrible death. I will bring Zolts and you will watch me play them. Alright, I'll bring 1 Glade God. Fuck it. Not that I have... Yeah. No, I refuse, Phoenix King. Alright, we're going in. We're going in. No! No, I refuse to drop the Zolts. Zero archers aside from the characters? Nah, I still brought an archer. What are you even using the bounce spells on here? You see, the war dancers have 20% of physical resistance. If I stack the flesh suit stone on them, they'll have 80% of physical resistance. But that is if they... Oh shit, they're gonna... Are they gonna bring Slangors? Are they gonna Slangor me to death? We shall see what happens here. Yeah. I don't know. Like, if anything, the real, I don't know why I bring these unit are the Wildwood Rangers, because all their AP is meaningless against Beastmen. Unless my opponent bring Besticles, but who in the right mind would bring Besticles against Wood Elves? I don't see that happening, but yeah. That is the only situation that would happen, but yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens here. They also don't have charge defense. They used to have it, but I guess it's been a long while since they got removed. But yeah, this is our formation. Slangos don't have magic attacks, I think. Yeah, exactly. Which is why the physical resistance would work. Who in the right mind would bring Zolts? What? I don't... Get the fuck out. I'm gonna ban you in a bit. Like, we don't accept Zolt slander in this house. Alright. Yep, they don't, so Zolt's OP clearly. Yeah, Zolts are gonna carry the shit. Watch this. Watch me. Okay, so how far are these ability range? Quite far, not gonna lie. Now the problem is, they're gonna Flock of Doom me, so I don't like that idea. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna sit these units like a little bit far away from each other. Although they're probably gonna they're still gonna manage to hit like a couple units with the Flock of Doom spell. So I don't know. Yes, well, good luck, have fun to my opponent. We are good to go. Let's get it done. Those are great, I love them so much. Good. Now you're seeing the truth. Oh yeah, we're going melee. Oh no, throwing axes and a lot of hounds. Oh no, my archers are so dead. Oh no. All right, the Dryad needs to go there and start draining those throwing axes. Cause fuck, I don't have an answer to those throwing axes. I don't have answers to throwing axes at all. What is the caster? It's Malagor and his Flock of Doom spam. I am so fucked. Here it comes. Oh no. The Flock of Dooms. The physical resistance is meaningless. I mean, I can't even catch up to the enemy army, so I'm not gonna bother. I'm just gonna sit there and die, I suppose. That's a whole lot of damage, even on the Zolts. What the fuck? Ah, might as well.
Wildwood Rangers. At once. At pace. Dauntless Azrac.
Wait, why is it taking damage? Alright. We kind of barely dodged that. Alright, turn on guard mode so we don't walk out of the range there. There's gonna be another Flock of Doom coming soon, I feel. I can feel it in my bones. These ladies. Alright, yeah, I forgot about that part. That's a lot of Flock of Dooms coming in. That's not ideal. No, they're not hitting my right flank with stuff? I'm surprised. Yeah, I'm just gonna eat a bunch of stuff in my face. It's fine. I'll just keep poking the Chimera, I guess. I don't have any other better things to do, honestly. Alright, those Dryads are dead, are done for. They're getting Psycho Charged to death. I don't have... Again, I just don't have a lot of good options here. Eh. Shoot them, I guess. Oh, shoot them, I guess. Whittle them down. Let's see if we can move out a bit. That's a. We have to play the patient game. We should just stand there for another 3-4 minutes and then we're good. 3-4 minutes though. It's a rough one. Some damage, I guess. Not that we can dodge those damage anyways. Just keep poking. Turn that on and then we don't need to turn that on right now yet. Charge that. And dampen them so that we don't eat any more physical resistance. Also need healing, and then alright, the archers are dead, so we can't save them. Let's just drop another heal on top of these guys. Everything can die now. Alright, go and fight those guys, I guess. You guys fight that. You guys go and fight that. Fight. Yeah, I forgot to turn things on, which is not ideal. We're kind of holding. Oh, that's not ideal. Alright, let's just dump another, the final heal, let's dump it here. They're gonna die. The Zolts are gonna die anyway, so whatever.
The forest wills it. Orders understood. We will obey.
We can't hold on, that's the problem here.
The forest call.
Just keep poking them.
Wildwood Rangers.
Man, the throwing axes! Again, we don't have answers for kite. And they have a lot of kiting things. They have a lot of kiting tools. We don't have the answers for that. Slow them down a bit. Yeah, we can fight the Chimera, I guess. Let's fight them a bit. Flock of Dooms! Damn it! Oh, and the thing went back up to the skies again. Damn it. Curse you, Flock of Dooms! Alright, at least can we beat the shit out of... Oh, right. Physical resistance. Just tank some of those, we need to beat the shit out of these, Oh. Right, attack that. Everyone nuke your melee stats, thank you. Not that it matters anymore. Because we're still getting shredded whatsoever. No ideal. Pillar of Shades on what? Oh no, sorry, not Pillar of Shades, Melkovs on something. We still have the single entities in here, but oof, getting punted. That hurts quite a bit. No! The Glade Lord! Just stand up and fight! You can beat the shit out of the Chimera, I believe in you! Nope, never mind. No, never mind. There's nothing else to believe, and we lost all the infantry. So no more capture points either. Yeah, I think this is done for. We only have single entities left at this point. Can we at least fight back? Nope, never mind. We can't even cast heals. Just constantly getting knocked over, we can't even heal ourselves. Alright, finally, we got a heal, but not on the Glade Captain. How is the Chimera still, like, fighting and, like, alive, and what the fuck? Just route, will you? Yeah. Alright, Melkovs, these guys. Can we get another? No, we can't. One more heal? No more heals. Never mind. Alright, we got this, we got this. We still have the warrior dancers in the fight. Nope, never mind, we don't. Army losses disagreed. What else versus BM? I think the main problem is we brought the Wildwood Rangers, to be honest. if not for the Wildwood Rangers, I think we have more funds for other things, like the never mind, the War Dancers did horribly. Oh no, not even with the physical resistance and melee defense. Maybe I shouldn't have turned on the Shadow's Coil, honestly. Yeah, maybe that was a problem. I should have left the attacks on, because even apparently this is like they didn't do enough damage. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they do have to fight Zangors, which a physical resistance wouldn't work against, so that was not helpful either. But yeah, the Pit of Shades was so hurtful, man. Like I have no solutions against Kite in this build. I can, if it's a melee rush versus melee rush scenario, I think I can handle this fine. But there are too many throwing axes and Flock of Doom and breath attacks, and I simply do not have the tools to deal with that. Which is unfortunate. the one Glade God managed to like dish out enough damage to earn back their value. So yeah, if I cut out the Wildwood Rangers, get a few more, another Glade God and maybe some more spears, and then cut the Glade Captain as well, maybe I would have, actually switch the Glade Lord into the Glade Lady. That might have helped as well. Yeah. I don't think the Zotes is a problem here. I think it's just the rest of the army is a problem. It's not the Zotes. It's definitely not the Zotes. But yeah. To be honest, it can be the Zotes. Might not be. It's hard to tell. But yeah, the Centaurs are pretty much uncounted. They're very fast, agile, and I wasn't able to like dictate where they engage, and with no ability to control their movement. I really need a Net of Ammontok. Prey of Anavrema to lock them down and maybe just snipe out 1 or 2 units of these guys with Zotes or something. Without the Prey of Anavrema, I couldn't lock them down, and they were just free to cycle charge my stuff to death. And once my stuff starts routing, I've got nothing to secure them and bring them back into the fold, and these guys are able to just freely chase down my routed troops like my archers. Oh no, the Zotes are dying. Not the Zotes. Yeah, not the Zotes. The Zotes are great. Whoa. It's never the problem of the Zotes. Anyways, I'm gonna fight under the lion now. Give me a second. Alright, Warriors of Chaos. So, time for more Wildwood Rangers, eh? They probably won't bring armored units, though. So, I don't know. Like, they also need, like, units with terror for them to maximize their damage output. So, I don't know, man. It's hard to make them work. But we'll bring a couple of them, regardless. And Glade God, Hackbane Tips. Starfire Shafts a couple, and then I guess just spam infantry at this point. And then we'll bring Glade Lord, a Glade Lady to be more exact. Elven Steed. Stag Knights are Stag is quite wasted on this character, I would say. There's no reason to bring Eye of Curtains. My units are mostly AP. Cav. Right, I don't have Caster. So I don't need that in my units. Well, the Rangers, hopefully they would be the damage dealer or something like that. But if not, then, well, GG. And then a Bronze Wraith, just because it's just a very versatile. Whoa! Wait, hold the fuck up! Since when did you get buffed, Outer Trickster Shard? What the fuck? It used to be only a spell resistance reduction. What the fucking fuck? I was not. Whoa! I wasn't expecting all the resistance to go down like that. What? What? Now suddenly the Outer Trickster Shard is a lot more viable in a lot more scenarios. Whoa! Like for example, characters and like a lot of monsters have innate 15% missile resistance. Suddenly you strip all that away and they've got no damage mitigation against missiles. So whoa, that can change a lot. That can change a lot of things. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm just gonna stop exclamating. But yeah, that changes everything for that other Trickster Shard. Although I probably still want the Spell Singer of Beast, to be honest, but we shall see here. What else do we want? Not much. I don't know, they're probably gonna be spamming Chaos Knights. So I guess Glade God spam is not the most viable thing to do. I'll bring one Zote. I'll bring one Zote. One Zote and only one Zote, and she can go on foot or something. I'll bring one Zote. Yeah, fine, I'll bring one. Fine, I'll bring one Zote. I won't bring two, I'll bring one Zote. And get Prey of Etherflamer to lock things down in case I need to. I'll remove that because it doesn't really do much. Not in this kind of scenario. I don't really have a need for the... Like, Warriors of Chaos aren't known for all these resistances, right? So it's like, whatever. If it's Bretonia, then I'm probably gonna bring the other Trickster Shard. Because in case I need to dunk this Dryad into... dunk this Branch Wraith into some Grail Cavalry, then it might be useful. But yeah, for now it's this, I guess. Just gonna use Glade Riders and Zotes to handle any backline intrusion. We've got frontline with Dryads and Wildwood Rangers. Yeah, that'll be it. Firepower from the Glade Gods. Yeah. Oh, I guess I'll just get Cult of the Woods. Get a bit more melee attack. Alright, looks like our opponent's ready. Right, I'll give... Yeah, I forgot to check messages in the Discord. Sorry about that. Let me just quickly... Alright, I'll remodify Milky Way's scores. Huh, shit. I hope this doesn't change the matchups right now. It would be more useful if the resistances go into the negatives and give you extra damage. It would be, but well. You can only ask so much. I wonder if wait, I could have gone all Man, please give me a Kill Storm matchup and let me do a full Vanguard build. It's gonna become like it's either a win or just getting everything blasted to smithereens by blunderbusses. It will be funny though. Alright, yeah. We got one Zote. And oh shit, what if they have Burning Head on me? Why do Glade Gods don't have Vanguard deployment? They're Wood Elves, they should. They should all have Vanguard deployment. It should be like immune to psychology on the Slaanesh army. That's been there for a long time. Wait, when? I swear, the last time I still used the other Trickster Shard, it was only spell resistance reduction. I mean, it's also granted it's also been a while since I used it, so it's probably not updated at all. Alright, anyways, our army build's done. Okay, both sides ready, we go. Alright, they've got firepower, we've got nothing. Let's pull back our units a bit. And these are Marauders, we can beat them with Dryads. Bigger problem is I need to reserve those Wildwood Rangers for these guys and these guys. Where is the? That's a. Oh shit! That's Burning Head. That's Burning Head City. I don't like this. I don't like all these Burning Head. Right. Hold on. Garden mode. Yeah, you can keep throwing javelins into my dryads. I will let them take the damage. Fuck it. Yeah. All right. Okay, this is not ideal. I need to and then jump these guys over here. Just let them stand there and be the roadblock that they are. And alright, results are getting some work done. And obviously I need to pray of Anathema or something. Oh, okay, they're on the ground. Lock them down. No! They're back! They're not fully on the ground! What the fuck? Alright, that was a wasted prey of Anathema. That was unfortunate. Oh, that was the outer... Oh, damn it. That was the outer Doom Knights. Oh, well, whatever. Alright, they can come back, and then we can reinforce some of our units here and there. Alright, send them over. Alright, if we can send those guys over, that would be ideal. Just keep pressing forward, jump them, jump these guys, and you two come over and help jump them. I don't know where to use my bound spells on yet. Not entirely sure. Man, oh! They came in! The terror-causing rotting riders came in! You better, yeah! Turn on the attack boost! Give them physical resistance, give everyone healing, trying to keep them in the fight a little longer. I'll cover these guys for a bit. Oh no, they're gone now. Fuck. Alright. Rotting riders are kind of shit anyway, so whatever. Wait. Almost there. We almost have... We almost have a lockdown again. Oh shit! Can we get out of there alive at all? Nope, we're very much blocked in. Alright, kind of. You know what? You guys stop moving. Alright, let's come back, and I need you guys to come back too. Alright, just pile in. I need your AP to do the magic. Wait, what the fuck do you mean dryads? Are you why? What? Oh, wait, yeah, they're routed. Damn it. That was no ideal. Just poke them, I guess. Another few seconds before another fleshy zone. And the healing's not gonna work. Not like that. Right. Fight that, I guess. Come back. The Dry should be able to beat those Marauders fine, but it's the problem are these guys. Oh man, I wish I brought the arrows of kindness. Alright, just send in some more units. Oh man, the rear charge is gonna be hurt. Rear charge is gonna hurt, but we do have the attack buff a little bit. That helps. Every little bit helps, right? Alright. Good thing our formation is absolute mess. At least we can, at least we managed to mitigate some of the incoming damage and whatnot. Alright, let's slow drain them and give them a little bit more beating in melee. And see what happens. We still have some Water Rangers in the fight, but damn, they suck. Yeah, I think we're pretty much fucked at this point. We don't have enough of anything. Oh man, we still have one more use of Prayer of Anaphrema, which we will never get to use. I think that is GG. Our units are all fading away pretty badly, too. Actually, never mind. We don't have any magic left. Not enough, at least. It's not like we don't have any magic, but we just don't have... Oh, wait. Terrified? You got terrified? What do you mean terrified? They've routed. Oh, they're gonna come back again. Oh, that's so freaking annoying. Right. Yeah, the problem is Wildwood Rangers, I think. Yeah. Just no good engagements for them. They're in infantry and at the end of the day and too slow to catch up to anything they want to fight. And at the same time, extremely fragile while being relatively expensive too, so. Yeah, not ideal. Not ideal. We're still gonna use Wildwood Rangers as, in our fights, but... Yeah... I mean, I also didn't really micro my army properly at a lot of time, so that was not ideal as well. Been there since June last year, to be exact. That's how long since I last used the Trickster shard. The other Trickster shard. Yeah, the Archers unfortunately didn't get to do anything. I didn't form a tight enough formation to protect them from mobility, and even if there's just too many mobility for me to handle, I couldn't catch up. And while Rangers, as expected, didn't do much, now the Zodes, they did a shit ton of work, beating the shit out of a bunch of enemy large targets, but unfortunately there was only one Zode, so they could only do so much. However, if I cut those Wildwood Rangers and brought another Zode, I think I had a decent chance in this. I would have way more leverage against the enemy cavalry and beat the shit out of them instead of, yeah, getting worn down by psycho charges and self-heal. Yeah. So, we don't accept Zode Slender here, as the Zode's proven to be actually worth their cost in fighting like expensive elite cavalry and stuff. But yeah, unfortunately, I just don't have enough. I just didn't deal with the enemy mobility properly. Too much static units, and yeah, Wildwood Rangers, damn. Yeah, just not ideal in this situation. Anyways, that is it for this battle here, and we're moving on to the next one, which we're fighting Hayseed and playing as Grand Cathay. This is gonna be rough. This might be one opportunity to go for a full Vanguard. We're going Pillar of Bone, so yeah, we can do full Vanguard. Let's go. Yeah. So I think we're gonna go melee as well. Right, we got some replays. On my way to my opponent there. Now, this week we tried the Wild Rangers. Next week, I think I'm gonna go for the pump wagons next week. Because I want to try out some less used units. And pump wagons is definitely something I want to try out. Today we're doing Wild Rangers, but yeah. Okay, so. Versus Grand Cathay. We are gonna go Vanguard now. Well, hold on. Yeah, we'll do Vanguard. Cause yeah. This is I don't know how good or how bad this is gonna be, but it's gonna be funny regardless. And that's the main point. Alright, well, we can't go full Vanguard, but at least we can go relatively decent Vanguard. So that, yeah, there's that, and then Call of. Now we're just gonna bring Helmut Escort, and or we can go dry charge. Will we go dry charge? There's nothing to kill their lord. That is annoying. No, we're gonna go Dragon. Hell of Escort. And hope for the best on that one. Full Vanguard, full melee, might as well just go full melee in that one as well. Stag Knights are probably gonna die a horrible death. But yeah, it's a loss that we'll just have to accept. And then we don't have casters. So bring a Dryad, because Dryads can cast spells. Earthblood Melkoff. And we're out of money. Frick. I hope the Lost Overnights don't die too soon. There might also be a off chance they are gonna go. Oh, might be a off chance they might go Satan the Watcher, and then I'm screwed with the Lost Overnights. But I'll have to bring them regardless. We need something to disrupt the enemy center. Yeah, disrupt the enemy a bit. But yeah, I don't have a lot of good choices for that. It is what it is, and we'll just go that. Pretty simple. Pretty simple, go Vanguard heavy army and see how it goes, I guess. Yeah. Call of the Woods. Give them a little bit extra attack, I guess. Yeah. Man, this is gonna be so fucked. But we shall see what happens. Ready when my opponent is. Alright, we are going Vanguard heavy, so yeah, Vanguard it is. It is Pillar of Bone, so it is a relatively Vanguard friendly map. And we'll try to exploit that. Now it is a Grand Cafe, so I don't assume they're gonna go too Vanguard heavy on that one. You know what? And then another unit there, and then a couple units in the front, just to dissuade them from turning their backs entirely on my stuff. And then another Vanguard unit. Wait, you can't hide in that forest? Come on, man. It's trees. It's forest terrain. You're supposed to be unseen. Never mind. They're gonna just be there and get seen, I guess. Oh well, that's hidden. Can you hide there as well? No. I guess not. Yeah, just having a little bit of having a scattered formation all over the place, and hope for the best. Ready when you are. Good luck, have fun. And dragon doing dragon things will stay there on the other side. Dryad will stick with the rest of the army. And yeah, let's see what happens, I guess. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. And then these two are like on the side. These bunch are like one group over here at the bottom. Alright, we are ready to go. Vanguard deployment. Let's get ready. Let's get this shit go. Let's get the shit going on the road. Alright. Charge! Vanguard deployment, let's go! Alright, we'll just have to sacrifice some of these guys. Charge. Or just fight them, I guess, whatever. Fight that. Alright, go ahead and fight that. Dragon, can you get close? Wait, where are you? Alright, come over. Pin them down. Pin that down. Keep chasing that. I don't know what to do with the dragon right now. Blast them a bit. Jump them. You can keep pushing. Chase them down. You guys managed to beat the shit out of them. Pretty nice. Now go and chase them down, I guess. Keep hunting down that artillery. Wait, why are you? that one freaking one crowman stopping the breath attack. MVP, man, MVP. All right, come over and help out that fight then. Where are you? Okay. I need a heal like now, and I need an extended version of heal. Yeah, there we go. I need extra heal, essentially. This guy needs to get out of there. Alright, let's just jump those guys down there. Fight that. You guys are done with that fight over there. Jump them. You come over here and help out. Wait, hold on. What a Dryad doing? There we go. Fight that. Ignore. Alright, jump them. Dragons doing pretty well. Alright, capture the point. Yeah. Okay. And we can safely beat the shit out of the Shogungan Lord at this point. I need one more healing. Can you just drop another healing for these guys? Oh wait, no. They're all the way on the other side. Alright, never mind. Oh, she is very stuck in there. You know what? Fall back a bit and then drop a breath attack. Fall back. Let these guys take the fight there. Dragon, come over and help. I need to get some heals. Oh, actually, you know what? Alright, these guys are done for it. Come back and heal then. Dryads are holding on okay. We do have a slight advantage in balance of power, partly because of all these expensive stuff still standing around. Alright, jump them. Jump these guys, actually. Get some heals. Dragon's still very healthy, which is great news, I guess. And then... You really... I swear, you really don't want to get the Shogungan Lord in that fight. I don't think you want to do that. They gonna eat the charge, die a bit, but it is a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Balance of power is in our favor, and that's army losses. Well, the Rangers works for once. Full Vanguard, baby. Full Vanguard. Yeah. That was a fun one. Nobody expects a full Vanguard of melee troops. But yeah, the fact that I was able to surprise... Like, Pillar of Bone is just a really nice map if you want to go a full Vanguard ambush, because of that Vanguard deployment zone right behind the enemy deployment. So, yeah, the Wild Rangers were able to just get the jump on the enemy backline, which are mostly consists of mobility. That they charged the Wildwood Rangers and whatnot, but at the same time they took a lot of counterpunch. Wildwood Rangers, as fragile as they are, they have pretty good damage output. There's no terror on the field, so they don't get their Guardian of the Wildwood plus 10 attack and plus 25% weapon damage buff, but I think they managed to get some pretty decent job done, and yeah, and because I have units all over the battlefield, not only on one side. I didn't deploy everything on one single side. I have them like from attacking from all angles. I was able to just basically pressure the firing rocket and deny it from firing a single shot. Like, there's 14 damage, but I assume that's because the artillery crew managed to did 14 damage in melee against the Dryads. Oh man, these Jade Warriors did some pretty good damage, but yeah, like the Dragon Blooded Shogungan Lord did not want to fight those Wildwood Rangers. Their armor piercing and high melee attack is just too good for them, for this Lord to fight with. Like, the Shogungan Lord isn't a bad fighter per se, but it's just not the kind of melee powerhouse you want to use to fight like blobs of infantry, especially the relatively elite infantry. But yeah, overall, pretty good performance for the Wildwood Rangers. Like, just chucked 4 of them to deal with this problem with a almost a full Vanguard army there, except the Great Lord, which is basically like a melee powerhouse and a high stacking up that balance of power for my army to fight all the enemy troops. Like, with the Glade Lord still being quite healthy and the Branch Wraith still having quite a bit of healing left to go, I'm pretty confident in that kind of late game scenario to just Psycho Charge things down and Breath Attack them to death. Yeah. Things went pretty well. Like, this is more of a build of slowing down enemy advance and try to firing rocket all the archers down, and with all these mobility, trying to counter the enemy archers, silencing them and run down any kiting units. Like, this is why I personally, if I play Wood Elves, I never go kite. One, it's a very micro-intensive tactic that I'm not good at. And two, everyone's prepared to deal with your kite and shooting and archer spam bullshit. Like, you're just gonna get counter hard with all these builds. But yeah, nobody expects a full melee rush. Especially not a full Vanguard melee rush. So yeah, that worked out in our favor because of a surprise motherfucker full Vanguard build. Alright, let me just mark down. Oh, the scores are marked down. So there's still one more battle going on in the background. I'm gonna collect some replays. Unfortunately, we don't have a whole lot of replays today because we don't have the most insane turnout. I think Anticity is also having their domination event going on right now, which is why I assume there are less people free to play. Yeah. So yeah, I'll be collecting some replays and yeah. Wait, hold on. Do we have the final round done? I think we do. Hold on a second there. Wait, no, there's still one more. There's still one more game going on in the background. So I'm gonna grab those replays and save them for casting. But yeah, today's stream is gonna be relatively quick because of that. Oh, it seems like there's a funny bug encountered by one of the matches. We're gonna check that out later, but right now, let's see if we might have time to cast one game. Let's do that. Milky Way versus Ender the Lion on Pillar of Bone. Milky Way going with a Chaos Dwarf army, a front line of Goblin Laborers plus a line of Chaos Dwarf Warriors. What? Inferno? Huh? Infernal Guard with great weapons. You don't usually see that. Like, it's a really awkward mid-tier infantry. Like, squeezed right between the Chaos Dwarf Warriors, which are relatively cheap, but of course they have less quality, but at the same time not expensive enough to be Infernal Iron Sworn, and of course not elite enough to beat them. So you don't usually see them. You either go high or you go low, you never go in between. But it seems like the Chaos Dwarf might want their armor-piercing weapon profile in melee, so I guess that's one way to do it. Not that they have a lot of other armor-piercing infantry to choose from anyways. Chaos Dwarf blunderbusses behind them, Goblin Laborers behind the front line of Chaos Dwarf Warriors, and Infernal Gods with great weapons. Bull Center renders with great weapons as well for anti-launch armor-piercing. Leading the army is Drazwath the Ashen with Flames of Asgore. That is going to be a lot of damage if cast at the right moment. Ash Storm and of course the Flaming Breath on the Fire Cow, the high tier version. Great Taurus. On the other side, for the Warriors of Chaos here, we have a front line of Marauders, backed up by a bunch of Chaos Spawns and Gore Beast Chariots for the armor-piercing profile with anti-infantry bonus to plow through the Chaos Dwarf formations, plow through those spicy tin cans. And then a bunch of Marauder Horsemen with throwing axes. Yeah, throwing axes, a lot of AP value. Chaos Warhounds with Poison and Doom Knights of Siege leading the army. More Doom Knights on the other side, and some more Chaos Warhounds with Poison. Leading the army is Chaos Warriors with Shadows, Pits of Shades, Penelcoffs, and Penumbral Pendulum ready to go. Now oh no! Oh no! With the... I feel like it's a bit of a spoiler, but with the title of the replay, I feel like that's going to be a Flames of Asgore at some point. But yeah, right now Drazov the Ashen is just charging across and going after the Chaos Sorcerer of Shadow. And all those spells at the tip of your fingers. Try maxing out on Sisters of Thorn and Zolts. Yeah, for sure, I should try that. I should try all the bounce spells. Oh, End of the Lion. Okay. Okay, a Blunderbuss is opening fire onto Chaos Spawns right now, so doing some really nice damage, deleting half a unit, while the Bull Surrenders at the far side seems to be left a little bit forgotten. Oh, speaking of forgotten, all these missile units have been forgotten. Bull Surrenders are caught in melee, but Pit of Shades also caught the Killstone Warriors, Killstone Blunderbusses, but oh no! The flames of Asgore bursting out of the ground! Hashut's fury incinerating all these poor Marauder Horsemen for worshipping the wrong Chaos God. And all 3 units of Marauder Horsemen with throwing axes are routed. Look at all these bodies on the ground. My god. And yeah, and there goes all the throwing axes, I suppose. Bulls and Surrenders, I think they got charged by the Doom Knights and Chaos Warhounds as well. But they should be able to put up a decent fight before going down eventually. But over here, Doom Knights and Goblin Laborers plus Killstone Blunderbusses are just pinning down these... Oh, yeah, Bulls and Surrenders pinning down these Doom Knights, who are trying to finish off the Killstone Blunderbusses, but taking a shit ton of damage from the Great Weapons, Armor-Piercing, Anti-Large. Frontline-wise, the Infernal Iron Guard with their heavy armor is holding on just fine, while Marauders are being grind down by Chaos Dwarf Warriors. And yeah, Blunderbusses at the back there went online once more, opening onto the Doom Knights, while these Gorby's Chariots charge into the back line. But oh no, the Chaos Dwarf Blunderbusses, oh wait, no, never mind, they don't have their eyes on the Gorby's Chariot. So if they can pull out in time, they can run over those Blunderbusses just fine. But oh, looks like both Surrenders are coming in to finish off these Chariots, and I think that's GG for the Chariots. Same goes for the Doom Knights, who tried to charge the Blunderbusses, but took a volley of fire in between, and then Drazov the Ashen comes in, terrifies them away. There's still half a unit of Doom Knights left charging into Blunderbusses, but now the Bull Surrenders will move on to the Doom Knights and envelop them, with the anvil being the Killstone Blunderbusses. Honestly, I feel like the Killstone Blunderbusses could just stand their ground and just keep those Doom Knights pinned, so that the Bull Surrenders can just finish them off with Drazov diving in as well. Blunderbusses went online again, but there's no good targets anyways. Turn around and shoot at the Gore Beast Chariots. That's probably the best bet. Not my proudest moment. Let's do... yeah. I feel that. Sometimes I do that, and then like half an army gone because of a spell, and I'm just like smacking myself in the face. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, tactical lich? That is not ideal kind of scenario. But yeah, Death Flames of Asgore, painful to see those Marauder horses going down like that. And without that armor-piercing skirmishing, it's a lot harder to chip down the Bull Surrenders without being hit back. And yeah, man, that hurts a lot. And yeah, GG with a victory belonging to the Chaos Dwarf of the forces of Hashut. And the Blunderbuss is also getting a lot of good damage as well, because there's a lot less units for them to needing to deal with and focus on, instead the expensive stuff like the Chaos Spawns, the Doom Knights, and whatnot. Alright, I think we are moving on to round 4 now, eh? Oh wait, round 3 is still ongoing? Yep, just check. Let me just quickly check in on the players and see if they're perfect. They just finished their round, so we can move on to the next round as well. Alright, let's see. We are fighting Curio with, greenskins, huh? Interesting. Let's, go and find them and, duke it out then. Oh, they looks like they already have a lobby, so I don't have to set one up. Let me just join them and check it out. Wow, it's WoW time. Wildwood Rangers. Oh no. Oh, another army with no armor piercing. With no need for armor piercing. Man, my Wildwood Rangers journey is just not doing too fine right now. I'll still bring 2. Galbraith is a wide open map. I'll bring 2. Dryads, and then I guess I can just Glade Rider, Wild Hunters of Colonels, Lost Silver Knights. I'm just gonna go a bit melee heavy on this round then. And see what happens. Hounds of Orion, actually, Hoax Talons. Hounds of, yeah, I'll take Hounds of Orion, Cloak of Asia. Not gonna bother with Horn of the Wild Hunt, and we're out of money. Man, these units are expensive. I'll take Lost Silver Knights because they have physical resistance and terror, which can be quite handy against the greenskins. And then another Dryad once more. With Awakening of the Wood to blast enemy formations and Earthblood. I'll go full Vanguard, whatever the fuck. Okay, what else do we need here? Huh. You know what? Maybe I should get a tree. Yeah, maybe I should get a tree. Maybe I should just get tree Papa Durthu instead. Just get Durthu and call it a day. I don't even need an additional caster anymore. Flock of Doom and Flock of Doom only. And then Lamentation of Despair, we do that. So we need to, if we need to blast any archers, that would be helpful. And yeah. I think that's pretty much it for the main forces, and I just need to spend the spare change on something. Yeah, we'll do that, maybe? Let Durthu be the anchor, and then try to plow through every... Oh, well, no money. I don't have enough money. Pain of being what else? No money. Yeah, we just have to cut that. And then get an arrow of these guys. Yeah, we done. Let's go. Again, not sure what I'm doing, but we go. We go for Vanguard once again. Durthu should have Vanguard, right? Regrowth? I don't think I have any. Shit. Maybe I should have brought the Zotes and get some healing on Durthu. There's no healing on Durthu, so what you see is what you get with damage. That was an oversight for sure. I probably should have got some healing sources. Regrowth would have been a nice one with the Enigmas of Gyron. But now, well, it's too late now. So we're just gonna go Vanguard and try and rush the other side. Alright, I think I'm done with army builds. And then we just rush. I'll turn these guys on with kite. Skirmish mode. Good luck, have fun to my opponent, and we shall begin. Oh, group. We go. Charge! And I guess I'll just have to Lamentation of Despair the armored orcs. Run! Run away! Ow! Fuck, that's a lot of damage. Ah, that's a lot of AoE damage! Ah!
Wildwood Rangers. Right. To battle. Glory to the eternal realms. Sound the horn.
Alright, we push through. Wait, why can't I use this on anything? Or just blast them, I guess, at this point. Doesn't matter. Alright, charge them. You guys can keep pushing the enemy back line. Actually, you know what? Stop fighting that. Fight those. And then we still have, wait, well, hold on, we're all out of mobility.
Understood. Now. Hurry. Glory to the eternal realms. At speed.
Yeah, bring them away from my units. Durthu is still holding on. Just knock them out. I really don't have any answers to a lot of things. Oh, I forgot about these guys. All right, come over here and help out.
For Elgazor. Armed and ready.
Yeah, let's get a rear charge in and pull some of these out and start firing again.
Orders received. Trample them.
Get these guys over and kill them, and might as well just drop that in there and make sure these are drained down.
Wildwood Rangers. One-third. Orders acknowledged. Weapons ready.
Let's keep duking it out with them. You guys pull back out.
Now. Black Panther.
Oh shit, I'm getting, oh shit. Pull them out, pull them out, pull them out. I can't fight them while they still have Fist of Gork on there. Can I get a Flock of Doom on over there? Nope, not yet. Alright, let's just clean things up while we're at it. Oh, they've forgotten the Orc Barbarians! Nice! Tactical reserve, boys! Stay there! Just keep shooting them. Alright, just move over there, so... Alright, can we get a shot over to this side? Oh, that is a lot of friendly fire, damn it! Alright, just gotta drain them down at this point. So I still have one sort of Dave on the far side. It's fine. Yeah, just clean them up. Get one unit over to capture. Get my units over and help out this fight. Alright, we just have to kite now. It's all about kiting now, and try to use up our ammo. Can Durfu just carry this shit? We shall see. Alright, can we terrify them away? I think all we need is a little bit of terror. Fight them a bit, pull them back. Alright, they are done for. Let's just chase them down while we're at it. Give them a taste of terror. Alright, there we go, terror done. Alright. Pull them back. Shoot them. Oh wait, actually, you know what? Shoot them. Pull back. Flock of Doom them a bit there. Pull back and then let them get drained down while we're at it. Chip them away. We pull back. Ow, that was not ideal. We just need a big, like, big alpha strike or a big final fight somewhere. And stack some Flock of Dooms and stuff on top, and then we should be good. But we shall see. Alright, that was not ideal. More units routed. Therefore, we'll have to carry this. Stuff. Oh wait, shit! Wait! I didn't realize they have still so many Orc boys on the field. That's why the army balance of power is still against us, huh? Okay. We got like 4 Flock of Dooms left, and that is not counting Overcast. Oh shit, why did I use it on gobbles? That was not ideal. Right. Alright, I just have to drain them all down, if possible. And then... Alright, we drained down quite a bit of them. I don't think I can catch up with Rezak because he's on his pig, but we can catch up on these routed 4 units. And just have to keep Flock of Dooming everything then. Oh shit! Alright, we have to go and Alright. Where's that? Stay the fuck away from me. Alright, sorry, sorry for the lack of commentary. I am definitely not in a state of a lot of words right now. It's a bit tight. Oh shit! All right, that is the one way to block my attacks. All right. Whoa, they're still not catching my. Oh, okay, whatever. Alright, I'm gonna hold fire for now. Let's get some infantry over so I can get a big engagement of something going. Okay, we kind of caught this guy in the middle of a fight, but that is also I can sense an explosion coming. Never mind. It's just Earth through now. I mean, I might. Oh, that hurt. That hurt quite a bit. I wasn't expecting to hit so hard. And smack him. He's terrified. Can we get another smack? We can smack him again. And Warsack might just go down another smack. Yeah, we have a chance, boy. Okay, I need half a minute. I need like another few seconds for an Flock of Doom. We can maybe actually overcast this, but it's gonna bite us in the back with overcast damage. I can feel the overcast damage in my bones. And Flock of Doom time. The lamentation of this won me the game, I think. Yeah, I don't think anything here can kill Durthu. Wait, where's the? Oh, not everything is routed. Okay. For some reason, I'm still holding on to the capture point, which is funny enough, I guess. Durthu, I need you to get back on the capture point ASAP. These are goblins, so they do have some capture weight. I need to have the point myself. The lamentation of despair, man. Alright, I just have to Flock of Doom them. And make sure I really get the point, keep the point in my hands. Okay. So, where's the rest of the Greenskin army? There must be something around that I... What? Am I missing anything? Like, there must be something around. Okay, I'm all out of Flock of Dooms now. Doesn't matter if he can't beat the terror costing Durthu. Yeah, I don't... I am out of Flock of Dooms, but I think I have the tools to just hold on to the capture point. Unless he has a secret weapon. I feel like he might have something in his back pocket. I don't know. Like, I'm gonna stand here for 2 minutes and gonna hope for a win, but I don't know. Like, maybe he's just waiting for an alpha strike of all these units surround Durfu and beat the shit out of him. I'm also out of Flock of Dooms now, so this 5 magic is like, what am I gonna do with these? I just have to beat the goblins first. Alright, terrorize. Time to go and beat the Orc boys with Durfu back on the point. And Durfu has some capture weight. And I just need to hang on for another minute and I should be fine. But because all these units are being terrified away, they can't stay on the point and capture it. Now, of course, there's still a good chance they... Oh. It's tight, it's tight. Can Durfu hold on? Alright, more terrified. More units terrified, and smack him, Durfu, smack him. Yeah, I think that's it. They couldn't wrestle the point away from my control. And another Lamentation of Despair. Dude! The terror out. I mean, that's what happens if Greenskins lose their leadership after all. But yeah, the Lamentation of Despair, holy shit. That was a clutch shot. What do you mean by not good against a single entity? That's a description. And that did very well against a single entity. What the fuck? So, yeah. GG. 370 kills. Durfu carrying the game. Yeah, that was a rough one for Warzak though. Like, if Warzak stayed his distance, I think they have a pretty good chance. I think I'm pretty screwed with only Durfu on my side, but I managed Durfu managed to snipe Warzak out by shooting him in the face with the Lamentation of Despair, and then slap him because he got terror out and he can't be controlled. That was pretty clutch. And yeah, my mobility, these Glade Riders did their work. Disrupted a bunch of artillery, and that was very important in making sure Durfu stays alive into the late game. And also did some melee works there, tying down the enemy cavalry and whittled them down alongside with the help with these Glade Riders and the Lost Sylvan Knights. Lost Sylvan Knights didn't earn back their worth, but oh boy. Wildwood Rangers, one of them got wrecked pretty hard, but the other earned back their value, just cutting through like almost 300 greenskins. They are a pretty good anti-infantry unit after all, just slicing and dicing all the greenskins in their way and then pushing all the way into the back line. Dryads though, not so much. But yeah. While on the other side, greenskins, a very well-layered army here. First layer of goblins, second layer of orc boys, and they tried their best to delay my push, but Durfu is just too scary, and I guess they didn't expect what. I mean, I'm pretty sure Curio expected Wildwood Rangers, but apparently one of the Wildwood Rangers still managed to push through, and yeah. These Orc Barbarians did trade really well into the Lost Sylvan Knights because of Fist of Gork, magic damage, boosting, bypassing the physical resistance and boosting their melee stats and whatnot, but yeah. The artillery, not so much. Surely buffing my boar boys that way is a great idea. Someone having a very bad idea. Yeah. Oh, you mumbo jumbo chanted right next to Durfu. Oh no! Oh no! That was a horrible idea. Yeah, that was a horrible idea for sure. Durfu being so close, like, I mean, if I didn't have Lamentation of Despair, that makes sense. But that Lamentation of Despair plus a couple hits from Durfu, that was all he needed to take out the Durfu. That explains why Warzak wasn't able to run away. Like, I rarely see people praying Mumbo Jumbo Chant, which is why I didn't totally forgot about that ability. Yeah, Mumbo Jumbo Chant, yeah, that would do it. That would do it. Netting yourself right next to Durfu, and then Durfu coming in and you can't run away. Yeah, that was unfortunate. But yeah, that is gonna be GG here. I think there should be a winner. But not sure who though. Let me just quickly look at this, and End of the Lion and Pasha are both in 3 wins versus 1 lose. So if you guys want to do finals to decide who is the actual final winner, then That would be another fun thing to do. Like, but of course, that is only if you guys have time for another game. Like, if you guys don't have time, then don't worry about that, but yeah. Would be fun to check that out as well. Let's see. Okay, got the replace. Let me just check if Anda and Pasha wants to do a final. But if not, then it will be a two-way tie between Enda the Lion and Pasha. Alrighty, looks like we have a final game. Let me just mini mode the map first. Okay, I'm just gonna offer to see if they want to have a caster casting their battles live, or they're just gonna send me the replays later. Yeah, really up to them, because there's always the risk of having a third person in the lobby. Oh, okay, I'll be casting games then. Alright, cool. In that case, while we wait for either the battle to go live or for the replays to come in, I'm just gonna cast some games in the meantime, as we do have quite a few replays to go through today. These are, I think, no, these are just, we haven't, yeah, these are the ones we played. This, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. These are the games we haven't seen yet. Unless I miss out something that I've already... Wait, hold on. No, these are different games. This is a buggy replay according to the player who sent it in. And yeah, all right, cool. Looks like every replay, there's no duplicate replays, and we can start casting. So first one, let's look at another greenskin battle, this time versus Grand Cathay. Curio with his greenskins versus Hayseed's Grand Cathay with no missiles on the Cathay side. Just the Crowman and a Jet Lion to provide that Ying effect to complement the Yang melee units. Interesting approach. With a Celestial General leading the army there as well. Yeah, it's a very interesting Grand Cathay army. Cathay melee rush? What the fuck is this? They are supported by a Metal Caster, Alchemist with Searing Doom and Plague of Rust, with an Alchemist Elixir of Poisons, which is 40 melee attack, a massive melee attack buff. It does not have AoE effect, it's just one unit though. So it is a very important thing to select the engagement. Now for the mobility and monsters, Jet Lion, Jade Lion, and a bunch of Crowmen in the skies. For the greenskins here, we have some Vanguard deployed, Mountain Groves, Mangy Marauders, Apex Loonies, and Night Gobble War Boss, Forest Goblin, Spider Riders. Their own artillery contingent. The front line of Gobbles guarding a few Rock Lobbers, a couple Rock Lobbers. Not a few. But yeah, Orc Boys, backed up by Black Orc's great weapons and Orc Air Boys and Ruglok's armored Orcs. Yeah, Broken Tusk Mob and Orc Barbarians providing that mobility armor piercing support. Warzak here coming in with Mumbo Jumbo Chant, a great melee attack buff, but also locks him down in place, unable to move away from threats, just like we saw earlier with Deathroot. Gaze of Mork, Brain Burster, Fist of Gork, and that's it for army builds, and of course Effigy of the Git from Warzak as well. Now all these Orc errors are flying in and chipping away the Grand Cathay Army's health. But the Grand Cathay Army, the thing about this kind of Grand Cathay build is there's no one specific weakness of the army that you want to prioritize. Everything is like moderately priced. Very dirt cheap Peasant Long Spears, moderately priced Onyx Crowmen, and Jade Lances. Even the monsters themselves are not that expensive, so it's very hard to tell which specific unit to focus fire is the best idea there. Jade Lion charging in, but it's not ideal to fight armor-piercing anti-large monsters like that, but it does open up for a bit of a Searing Doom. And that should thin out some, really good damage onto these blobbed up Broken Tusk Mob. After all, Searing Doom is one of the best anti-cavalry AoE spells, with the solid armor-piercing and decent like AoE splash damage. And Jade Lance is charging in with the armor-piercing Celestial General fighting in the midst of Bacon Cav. On the far side there, the peasants took some, and Jade Lancers took some arrow fire damage. And also Rock Lobbers are lobbing. No, they're moving around. Are they switching into a better angle for targeting? But right now, seems like the Jade Lion is taking some damage, fighting in the midst of armor-piercing entities like Warzak himself. As the Jade Lion, it's a melee monster, but not the best melee monster in the world. So yeah, it's just not ideal. But yeah, Crowman diving in with a sheer amount of Jade Lances and Celestial General. I assume the ability, the sweep, Celestial Sweep took out quite a few of them actually. That's what I assume. Got some okay damage value, and Peasant Long Spears piling into support as well. Peasant Long Spears should have no issues fighting Gobbles, except when the Gobbles have Wa supporting them. On the far side there, Jade Lances getting blocked by a bunch of Orc Boys and Forest Gobble Spider Riders. Orc Boys, Black Orcs are coming in to try and save their artillery, but the Crowmen, with all that attention on the Greenskins' right flank, the Crowmen managed to sneak in and shut down one of the Rock Lobbers. Now the Black Orcs are going after the retreating Crowmen, opening up the second Rock Lobber under the threat of Jade Lances, and they got ran over as well. Now the Black Orcs might have to carry the brunt of this battle to duke it out and grind down all the Cathay forces, but that might be a bit of a problem here, as the Greenskins do not have the mobility advantage here and constantly getting bombarded by Searing Doom. Not as effective this time, as the Black Orcs are not as blobbed up. Jet Lion jumping in and rolling through some of the Orc Air Boys as well. And now the Crowmen are free to go to combine arms with Jade Lances and Psycho Charge the rears of the Greenskin forces. The problem is that it seems like the Greenskins have managed to clean up a lot of these Peasant Long Spears. Only a couple of them still left fighting, or more like left not in the fight. So balance of power is still quite even. It can go either way, but we shall see what happens. Looks like this is going to be a massive Searing Doom, and the Greenskins dodge in time. Not quite so. And there goes all the Manji Marauders there with significant damage to the Goblins and Squig Herds nearby. These are the Squig Thinking Squig Herds, maybe? Yeah, these are the Squig Thinking. Where was the Night Goblin War Boss? I didn't even see the guy. Oh, there we go. No, so not the worst thing in the world. AP Looney is going up and tying down the Jade Lancers who have retreated and forgotten by the player. Celestial General, though, fighting very strong. 88 kills now already, and he is a single entity character with no monstrous attacking profile, so it's all about simple but effective melee grinding with the Celestial Sweep and support. So yeah, a lot of kills for a horse-mounted character, honestly. On the far side there, Jet Lion unfortunately getting stuck in the middle of a bunch of Black Orcs is a little bit of a tall order for this construct, and will be chopped to bits, soon crumbling to dust. On the far side though, Jade Lance is tied down by superior numbers of Greenskins, so things are not going well now, slowly moving against the Greenskins, as against the Grand Cathay army, as their forces are dwindling, being whittled down in sheer attrition. And yeah, I think it is gonna be an uphill battle for the Grand Cafe. Oh, well, they still have some units left, but a lot of their monstrosities are on the verge of death, and I don't see how these monsters can last till the end of battle. It's all about gonna be cycle charging with mobility to like chase things down, but there's just so many greenskins and an unbreakable epic loonies. We're gonna fast forward a bit here as Warzak is forced to pull away, being threatened by the Celestial General, though the Jade Lancers attempted to chase him down, but unfortunately the Gobbles are right in place to like shut down and finish off the Jet Lion. Another overcast Searing Doom trying to thin out the greenskins, but and oh, Celestial Sweep doing another good chunk of damage, 125 kills so far. And Black Orcs are not having a good like if the Celestial General just keeps cycle charging, he might as well just grind down the greenskins with the sheer amount of cycle charge. But greenskins do have control of the capture point and is almost halfway through on the tickets, while the Grand Cathay is just using his forces and mobility advantage to isolate and pick off different elements of the greenskins army, and the greenskins are just gonna converge all their units onto one side and maybe trying to just to cover each other right now. A little bit earlier we saw like caught a glimpse of Brain Burster there, and then the Jade Lances are being pushed back by that. Now the Epic Loonies are still almost full health, and they have used up all their Epic Loons. So no more spinning loons for them, but still unbreakable, and with Black Orc support, a lot of infantry presence, and yeah, just grinding down all the Grand Cathay forces being thrown at them. Even a Searing Doom is not going to change this outcome, as Warzak does have armor piercing and decent melee attack profile, catching that Alchemist alongside like Epic Loons, Black Orcs and whatnot, and chop down the Alchemist. And that shall be army losses, and that shall be GG. What the fuck happened to the Crowmen? Already dead? Yeah, the Crowmen are very fragile after all. Artillery didn't do a whole lot, but those Epic Loons and Black Orcs clutch pretty hard with the missiles troops helping out as well. Orc boys earning back their value. You never see that happening, but they managed to get some good work done. What the fuck are these goblins doing? 2 times their damage value. Holy crap. Outperforming their usual baseline value. Really nice stuff. Unfortunately, the Jet Lion and Jade Lion just aren't that good as monsters. I don't think they even cause terror though. That's the problem. So like, yeah, they're not ideal as a monster unit, unfortunately, and not in. I think unfortunately the yin yang effect, the harmony effect, was just not there due to the lack of missile troops being near those peasant long spears. The Crowmen, once they're dead, there's no more harmony effect to the peasant long spears or the Jade Lances, and then they just kind of underperformed without that stat buff. However, Searing Doom and the Celestial General's Celestial Sweep have been quite effective and got some decent damage value. But yeah, let me just quickly. Alright, I'm gonna see if the players are still there. Oh, it seems like they're still there. Let me just quickly hop on over and we can cast a battle live. Game full, that is fine because we're coming in to spectate anyways. So screen blocker. There we go. No one's seeing anyone's army. We're on the 20 grounds. So it's going to be a bit spacious, but at the same time, I think there was some terrain, trees and stuff. So not ideal for missiles and artillery and whatnot. And yeah, we shall see what happens here. Alright, let's unblock the screen. On one side, we have Malagor coming in with Chimera. of course, a very powerful single entity monsters that does a lot of damage. Pasha is coming in to get the win, with Malaga leading the army with Flock of Dooms as well, I assume. What else? I can't really see anything else, so we're just gonna wait. And as build was on screen for 1 frame, it's 15 pestigores. Yeah, sure thing, that's exactly what's happening. But yeah, we shall see what happens. Now, on one hand, we have the Beastmen. For everything outside of single entities, we have a bunch of Sandagors, Sons of Goros, and Sandagors throwing axes, including the Gurkusa Wolf's Run, a front line of Angkor spears mixed in with Zangors, and that's about it. Like, it's Sandagors, more throwing axes, and Chaos Warhound's poison, a lot of mobility, a lot of melee. Oh, there's one Korngor, I think I see. Ah, Korngor's right here. Zangors, Korngors, and then a pretty relatively expensive front line compared to your usual Angkor and Gors. On the other side, for the Warriors of Chaos of Enda the Lion, a front line of Marauders backed up by some Forsaken and a bunch of Martyrs with Horse Masters. A little bit better in terms of damage output, better, stronger missiles and better stat lines overall. Still very deadly as well. Rotting Riders, Hell Striders of Slanesh. Both sides are bringing some Chaos marked units, so it is a very Chaos undivided. Well, Beastmen are kind of undivided, but also not counted as undivided. So it's I don't know how to classify them, man. But yeah, it's somewhere in between. Both sides having the ability to moosh off other Chaos units. Yep, we're just gonna wait for the battles to start then. Leading the army is a Chaos Saucer of Lord of Death with Spirit Leech, Fate of Yuna, Doom and Darkness, and Tormentor's Sword. Spirit Leech might be pretty good against Malaga, put him on timer. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Alright, just waiting. Chaos Unshaven. Yeah, that sounds about right. Scruffy Beastman. Enda is in the Beastman. Yeah, Enda is in the Beastman. Enda is Chaos, Warriors of Chaos. But yeah, we're just gonna wait for the armies to clash. They're just kind of staring off at each other, slowly closing in. Well, Enda the Lion does have a lot of mobility with Hell Striders and Rotting Riders already on the right flank, supporting those Horse Masters, ready to counter any mobility threat if they stray close. Oh, already here comes some Flock of Dooms, dooming those Murder Horse Masters, and that is a pretty expensive mobility too. 800 gold per unit, or 750? I think it's 800, but anyways. Rotting Riders also got hit by the Flock of Doom, but good news is that they do have regeneration, so they're just kind of chilling and waiting for their HP to come back. Capture point is in the hands of the Warriors of Chaos, so they now have a little bit of an initiative on the battlefield, forcing the Beastmen to come towards them. We shall see if that's gonna put them in an advantage here. The Beastmen are very patiently circling their army around, putting themselves with a lot of trees between them and their enemies, making it even harder for both sides to skirmish, I would say. Both sides don't have artillery, so the tree cover is not really meaningful in terms of like long range engagements, because there's, well, no long range engagements really. And yeah, we have to just wait for the armies to clash. We're just kind of waiting patiently for those armies to start moving towards each other again. We don't even have any skirmishing action, guys. Oh wait, hold on. Flock of Dooms, that's the only skirmishing action coming from Malagor the Dark Omen. And unfortunately for Enda the Lion, those Marauder Horsemasters do not have any healing to counteract that. They might want to just stay the hell away from Malagor right now, instead of trying to skirmish. Shooting some shots into Angkor Spears with shields, not ideal. A bit of a waste of ammo. They're dirt cheap unit. Here comes the throwing axes have been activated and pushing up, and because all these Marauder Horsemasters have been weakened by the Flock of Doom, they are going to be a lot more vulnerable to these missiles. They need less missiles to pick off a model, essentially. So yeah, we shall see what happens here. As more. Oh, that's a breath attack from the Chimera, blasting off some of these Forsaken. But Spirit Leech coming in to drain down Malagor. So that basically puts Malagor on a timer. He can't afford to just stay back forever. He might just get drained down eventually every time he approaches the Chaos formation. We shall see what happens here as the Warriors of Chaos continues to push up. They have captured the point, so tickets are ticking in for them. More Flock of Dooms, once again hitting some of the Marauder Horsemasters, but only 2 units this time, and Fate of Buna onto the Sandigos. I would like to see more Spirit Leeches onto the Malagor instead, but I guess he's just too far away for that spell to actually work. Over here is Hellstrider. Oh no, Hellstriders got stuck on a bunch of Corngors and took some damage. You need to quickly retreat from there as a Chimera is jumping in as well, trying to exploit that last of micro there. However, Marauder Horsemasters will be approaching. Oh no, they don't want to stack up though. We saw how End of the Line forgot about not stacking missiles. It's gonna be another Flock of Doom. They're gonna stack together and got hit by Flock of Doom. Anyways, Corngor's charging straight into the Hellstriders and doing massive damage to them as the Hellstriders unable to get out in time. Tormentor Sword, good stuff. Pinning down the Chimera, but unfortunately the Hellstriders will be sacrificed in this fight here. As the Javelins are not hitting the Chimera at all. Locked down for a bit by Tormentor Sword, but the attacking animation shifted him away, so a lot of Javelins actually missed. And then it flew back up to the sky and once again missing the Javelins as well. So not ideal for the Warriors of Chaos so far, losing a lot of units already. Did some good damage to the Sandigors throwing axes and get another cheeky charge onto the Warhounds, but the Corngors are nearby, so they might want to get the hell out of there before they themselves getting shut down. Very patient gameplay from both sides here. But Hellstriders, run away! Okay, they ran away. Javelins continue to chuck Javelins at the Corngors. I don't know if that's the most ideal target. Not that they have any other targets right now, but yeah, another Fate of Buna. This time on the Grokos of Wolfstorm. I don't know if that's the good target, honestly. They do have regeneration, more like healing. Themselves, the Drunken Bravado. But if they manage to catch this unit and in melee, then it would be like if the Hellstriders just come at them right now, it would be really nice. But yeah, right now the Grokos of Wolfstorm took a lot of damage, but they're constantly healing them back up. So while they're weakened, they didn't actually take any permanent damage as long as they played things patiently and stay away from the enemy melee troops. Now the capture point is both sides have basically switched sides. Well, both sides started on the other side of the battlefield. Now the skirmishing battle has gone on long enough that they both sides switched over, and yeah, suddenly they are in each other's deployment zone. But yeah, right now the Chimera had dived down with Forsaken and Rotting Riders nearby. He might want to get the hell out of there ASAP as he's taking more Javelin damage and whatnot. But over here though, Sons of Goros, Grokos of Wolfstorm, everything managed to beat down another unit of Hellstriders, which is pretty good for the Greens, for the Beastmen. Although the Grokos starts eating model damage as their units are quite weakened by the Fate of Buna. Over here, Enfeebling Foe, lowering the stats of the Rotting Riders, making them a lot more vulnerable in melee, even against meager Centigors. Although these Centigors with throwing axes are massively weakened, Marauders and Zangos duking it out in the center. Massive flock of them going down over here though, and giving Malagor once again a whole lot of value. And because of all that Fate of Buna, and even Doom and Darkness trying to rout the Sons of Goros, that is not a good idea. they oh wait, they don't have immune to psychology now, but yeah, I don't think that is a good idea. Yeah, you're lowering their leadership, but as long as you can't rout them, that Doom and Darkness is wasted. I would rather see more Spirit Leeches onto Malagor, or even the Chimera at this point, because you need to get rid of these single entities anyways. Might as well just spend some magic on it instead of wasting it on Flock of Dooms. Anyways, the throwing axes are almost out of ammo. They have been skirmishing for a long while throughout the battle, and seems like their ammo is running quite low. And capture point is still in the hands of the Warriors of Chaos, but with the Senegals nearby, they should be able to capture it soon. And the Forsaken might want to just move on over and capture the point, or at least contest it and slow down the capture. Infantry fight-wise, the Forsaken are slowly grinding it out with the sheer amount of Marauders grinding it out against the Zangors, the Gore infantry, essentially. All the Javelins are still okay healthy. They took some models damage and one more Flock of Doom. That might just put the end. That might just doom this Chimera. Might just doom this one Murder Horse Masters in the end. But yeah. Anyways, Rotting Riders charging straight into the Grookhooves of Wolf's Run, eating a breath attack from the Chimera. But Grookhooves ran out of ammo. Sons of Gora still have some health with other Senegor unit. Spirit Leech onto the Malagor, the Dark Omen. Do we have a Tormentor Sword to lock everything down in the fight? Not sure, but we shall see. Javelins are flying in. They can't really risk any melee attacks right now. The Javelins still have a lot of ammo on the Horse Masters, but they just don't have the HP, so they have just have to stay back and try and chip away the enemies from afar. Though the Javelins are not doing enough burst damage right now for sure. So the Marauders will be piling in, trying to reinforce this fight for the Chaos Sorcerer Lord, but he is stuck in a lot of high melee attack troops with a lot of armor-piercing profile. The Chimera, the Sons of Goros... Wait, no. Yeah, Sons of Goros are here. So, oh no, that is a big problem. On the other side as well, all these Marauder units are slowly being thinned out by the mobility of Beastmen, and with the Chaos Sorcerer Lord eating a good chunk of damage like that, all that Flock of Dooms draining down the Marauder Horse Masters, which is a very important damage output of the Warriors of Chaos. The balance of power is just collapsing on the Warriors of Chaos side. Everything is on the run, especially with the Chaos Sorcerer Lord of Death unable to uphold the balance of power anymore. And that shall be army losses, that shall be victory for the Beastmen, with Pasha leading the Beastmen to victory once again in the faction wars. Round 5, that is BM versus Double C. Yep. GG to both players, and congratulations to Pasha for the win in this tourney, sealing the deal with the Beastmen kiting and the Flock of Dooms throwing axes as lethal as ever, and the Chimera as a very, very powerful monsters indeed. And yeah, Warriors of Chaos did a lot of good damage with the Death Caster, but unfortunately the cavalry eating so many throwing axes, the breath attack from the Chimera, and eating those enfeebling foe and Flock of Dooms as well, really limited their damage output, unable to earn back their worth. And as a result, victory belonged to the Beastmen. Well played to everyone, and I'm gonna go into a quick break for now. I need to get some water. I ran out of that for a while back, and so yeah, gonna hydrate and also grab a snack because I haven't had dinner yet, and I'm starving. I need to make sure I'm well fed before moving on to casting. I don't want to starve to death on stream, so be back in a couple minutes, and yeah, we shall continue with the replay casting afterwards. GG to everyone here, and yeah, be back in a bit. Alright, I am back, and we shall go into the replays. Let me just remove the text on the screen. Alright, next up. We've checked this one out, and it seems like Hayseed is really into going with a Cathay melee rush today. Once again, seeing a lot of Peasant Long Spears and Jade Lances, but with 2 Terracotta Sentinels. So, for an army build here, End of the Lion, going with a line of Marauders, 2 Chaos Spawns, 3... Oh, once again, Chaos Sorcerer Lord. But yeah, 3 House Riders, 2 Doom Knights, one of them, the Knights of Immolation. Let's slow down a bit and capture all the units first. Leading the army is Chaos Sorcerer, Lord of Shadows, with a Pit of Shades, Pendulum, and Malkov's Mystifying Miasma, Tormentor Sword, all damaging spells, and 1 control ability / item. Murder Horseman, and yeah, Knights of Immolation. I assume this is more of an attempt to counter box builds, but unfortunately, there are no box builds today. Interesting. As the Grand Cathay army is going with a line of Peasant Long Spear, second line of Jade Lances, in disguise 4 Crowmen, and a couple of Terracotta Sentinel, with a single Dragon Blooded Shugengan Lord of Ying leading the army, Talons of the Night, and Ancestral Warrior Summon. It's gonna be an interesting battle to see how this goes. The Chaos Warriors do have a kiting advantage here, able to dodge and just whittle down the enemies from afar, denying them from engagements before they got whittled down by javelins. Marauders should be able to duke it out against Peasant Long Spears, who are not really enjoying that harmony effect if they're not close to a Crowman nearby. At least Warriors of Chaos don't have any ways to threaten the Crowman. Oh wait, never mind, I forgot about the Knights of Immolation and Doom Knights. One of them already catching the 1 Crowman and picked them off. While on the ground here, massive engagement going on. Marauders clashing into Peasant Long Spears with Chaos Spawns in tow as well. Terracotta Sentinel coming in to reinforce on the other side. Hellstriders charging into Jade Lances and caught by Peasant Long Spears. But here comes a Pit of Shades to nuke down the Jade Lances, knowing that if they can eliminate all that Grand Cathay mobility, then Grand Cathay will be a sitting duck in front of all their skirmishing troops. And so that's a lot of damage going on to the Jade Lances, and also some damage to the Peasant Long Spears as well. Over here, Knights of Immolation, seeing the Dragon Blooded Shugengan Lord is a bit isolated, decides to jump in and beat him down. Although, have they used their Searing Torrent? I think they did, maybe. Oh, wait, what are you doing, Murder Horseman? Walking straight into the Jade Lances and getting countercharged. Oh, I think that was GG for the Murder Horseman. As more Murder Horsemen, more Jade Lances are piling in, but the Knights of Immolation and Doom Knights are doing a lot of work here, eliminating those Crowmen one by one, and as a result, disabling those harmony effect all over the Grand Cathay's formations, which is a big problem here because, well, it's Grand Cathay. They really rely on that harmony effect to make sure the units punch above their weight, or at least punch near their almost punch over their weight. But yeah, one last Crowman in disguise, but being Malkov's down to speckles of elemental power. That is not ideal for the Grand Cathay at all. They are already running out of sources of harmony, and yeah, I don't know how they can get another harmony. I don't know what they can do, what else they can do for more harmony now. Yeah, Ancestral Warriors doesn't count, Shugengan Lord doesn't count. Terracotta Sentinel does count, but it's only a Yang magic. Yeah, no, there's no harmony on this Cathay army anymore. As the last Crowman also went down, which is a big problem for the remaining troops, as the Marauders are actually easily beating the shit out of these Peasant Long Spears in a head-on fight due to simply having way better stats. Of course, these ones are losing because of a lack of health, but the rest are winning. And there's still quite a bit of javelins left to just slowly shoot down those Terracotta Sentinels. Well, there's not a whole lot of infantry support left on the Grand Cathay side. Yeah, that is going to be a problem. we're gonna fast forward a bit here as Chaos Spawn duking out against Terracotta Sentinels. But Doom Knights are gonna charge in. They do have anti-large, and it helps. It helps against despite the armor of the Terracotta Sentinels. But more importantly, the javelins, having decent-ish armor-piercing value, can actually whittle down the Terracotta Sentinels' health. Anyways, more Talons of the Night trying to do some damage to those Doom Knights. Did some good damage. Don't get me wrong, but not able to finish them. Yeah, Javelins are just gonna be here to whittle down the Terracotta Sentinels, and we're gonna fast forward. It's single entity time. Melkov's just to try and whittle. Like, there's no other spells useful anyways. Might as well. There's Pit of Shades, Pendulum, and Melkov's. Might as well use Melkov's to drain down the Terracotta Sentinel a bit more. And other Talons of the Night, mostly missing the Marauders, as End of the Line was able to pull them out in time, but the Marauders are not so lucky. Alright, anyways, Hellstriders charging in, Doom Knights charging in, work down. They actually snipe out that Sugar and Garden Lord with Doom Knights chasing them away. Marauders are now piling onto the Terracotta Sentinels, as there are still some Javelins coming in to shoot down this second unit. This first unit of Terracotta Sentinel, Sugar Lord, is getting chased off. Might actually get sniped. Nope, never mind. Shatters and has been given up. There's no point. There's no point killing her. It's just gonna. It just wastes a lot of resources and time. Might as well just come over here and focus down the last Terracotta Sentinel and secure the win. And that's GG with the Mortal Horsemen doing some pretty good work in the late game, but most of the heavy lifting done by the Doom Knights of Tzeentch. And these Chaos Spawn did some good work too. Yeah, Pit of Shades. Thin out the enemy cavalry and infantry there, but unfortunately it's for the Grand Cavalry army. Unfortunately, the Terracotta Sentinels don't really have any good units to fight other than the Chaos Spawns. And yeah, once there's just unfortunately these Jade Lances, the Crowmen are heavily countered by the Doom Knights and also Melkovs, and then the Jade Lancers weren't able to eliminate the enemy mobility and secure the Onyx Crowmen, unfortunately. And with all the Crowmen, all these units are fighting under their with less than average performance due to the lack of harmony buff. So that was not ideal for the Grand Cavalry army at all. For this one at least. And yeah, GG to both players, and that shall be a victory to the Warriors of Chaos Undivided. Next up, seems like the Zygor has a bug, so we're gonna check out what kind of bug that might be. For the army builds though, once again we're seeing blunderbusses on the field, but they do have a very sturdy line and wall of protection. A front line of Infernal Ironsworn and a single Blazing Beads of Bazarak. A lot of explosive infantry to blow up the Beastmen, backed up by a bunch of Killstorm blunderbusses and a bunch of Orc laborers on the field. Leading the army is Drazuav the Ashen with Flames of Asgore and Ash Storm. On the other side, for the Beastmen, there are a bunch of Senegals throwing axes, a bunch of Pastigals, and Chaos Warhounds. On the other side, Razorgore herds and Pestigals hiding in the forest, and one more unit of Senegor's great weapons. Senegor's at the back there, leading the army. Ooh, here comes the Zygor summon, but getting mulched by. Wait, is that a summon? Yeah, that is a summon. Getting mulched by Drazuav, but there's no really point in fighting it right now. It's gonna disappear if you just ignore it. And putting Drazuav there is also making him very vulnerable to enemy units coming in and throwing axes at him. You can see he's already a quarter of health down. And the blunderbusses are eating a ton of damage from those rock throws of the... Wait. I think it's a previous rock throw. Oh, the Zygor is on guard mode. It just keeps chucking rocks. He just ignores Drazuav. He knows that he's gonna go down anyways. Might as well just do as much damage as possible, and the best way to do damage is to chuck rocks at Infernal Ironsworn and Chaos Dwarf blunderbusses. The blunderbusses and explosives though aren't slowing. Oh no! What are you doing, Drazuav? Stop fighting it! Yeah, it's like 100 seconds. It has still have like half a minute left. Oh, no, yeah, okay. It's getting deleted by blunderbusses to shut down the firepower. Alright. One Cygor down, there's still one more Cygor summon available. We're gonna fast forward here. As the Chaos Dwarf are just trying to slowly push forward in a tight formation there. But another Cygor summon being dropped. Now just hitting hard on the Chaos Dwarf blunderbusses. And this time the Cygor is gonna kite. He has way more movement speed. Now Drazov dives in and tries to distract it, but throwing axes are coming in, and this time Drazov learned the lesson and it's not gonna just stand there and fight. Wait, hold on, I don't think there's a bug there. Let me just quickly reload this. Oh, it's a very short game. What's the timer? Is it meant to die? I'm gonna skip to the short. I'm gonna skip that. Yeah, I'm gonna fast forward again and just check. Sorry, I think I missed the moment it's supposed to despawn. Yeah, I'm gonna do it now. Let me just quickly fast forward. Alright, second. Okay, weak binding. Oh. Alright. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. What? Oh, I see what happens. The critical binding thing. What just I'm gonna send that file to CA and see if that yeah, that, I mean, what the fuck was that? It was supposed to go down. Okay, that was weird. Yeah, that was very weird. Huh. So I guess it's kind of like Gandhi's like peace value just kind of overflowed. The critical damage didn't come in for some reason, and it just kind of overflowed back. It's like a cycle and went back to the 105. Yeah, went back to the 105 seconds of countdown. The fuck, bro? The fuck, CA? That was weird. Never mind. There's not much to talk about in this one because it's purely RNGesus screwing over poor Milky Way there. Yep. Next up, we have Flames of Vasco is the best spell. Milky Way again, once again with Chaos Dwarf versus Hayseed. And Milky Way going with that's a lot of firepower. True CA genius indeed. A front line of Gobbles Laborers, and then 1 Orc Labor, 2 Great Weapon Chaos Dwarf Warriors, 3 Infernal Gods with Fire Glaives, 1 Granite Guard, and a couple of Demon Engines, 1 Iron Demon, and 1 Dreadquake Mortar. It's a detached version. It's not like a Chaos Train, so it's fine. It's acceptable, and it's like right behind this slope, so the Grand Cathay Artillery can't target it directly, or at least they have a very hard time to target it directly. So yeah, we shall see if that is gonna this Dreadquake Mortar tactic is gonna work against Grand Cathay. Anyways, leading the army is once again Drazov the Ashen. On the other side for Grand Cathay, front line of Jade Warriors and back line of Peasant Long Spears securing the missile core. Crane guns with grand cannons, more crane guns, and an Astromancer with with the bound celestial lightning comet. More lightning and more comet. This is going to spam heaven's attack. Good heavens, really. And a Lord Magistrate to boost damage. To boost missile damage, yeah, accuracy and reload skill, with a bunch of Iron Hail gunners nearby. Yeah, that's it for army builds, so let's get the battle started and see if the Dreadquake mortar is gonna start opening fire soon. It has a lot of range, but okay. Now it should be firing. And we are all seeing that explosive incoming. Oh. It's mostly missing because I think the Grand Cathay army stopped. Because like, what happens is the way the accuracy works is it tries to predict where you're moving towards and shoot at and have the shot land at where your unit will be in a bit, like when the shot gets there. So if a shot is fired and you immediately stop your unit, a slow shot like the Dreadquake mortar would take a long time to get to its destination. And it's just, oh wait, they're firing back, and they managed to get an arc onto the Dreadquake mortar. That is not ideal for the Dreadquake mortar. Oh, the Dreadquake mortar is firing back. If they can get a shot and kill the Grand Cannon with the explosive shot, it might be worth it. But yeah, now Drasov is under fire from the Grand Cannon, and he will be juking shots. Maybe the Grand Cannon should just keep firing at the Dreadquake. I don't know. But yeah, the Dreadquake is just gonna do some juke and shoot as well, just firing and scooting back a bit, and constantly missing, unfortunately, because of how slow the projectile is. And against constantly moving targets that are changing directions, the accuracy prediction is just not working too ideally. Oh no, that's a lot of units stacked together. If a Dreadquake mortar land in here, then that's gonna be RIP for all these units in the vicinity. They might want to spread out now, but Grand Cathay cannons continue to fire, this time at the Iron Demon. Thankfully, he still has a little bit of fire resistance to mitigate some of the incoming damage. Dreadquake mortar is just not landing any hits. God damn, it's hard to be a Dreadquake mortar these days, I suppose. More firepower coming in, but will it land at where it's supposed to? That is a real question here. As the Crane Gunners are already trying to snipe out the Iron Demon on the far side, already down to 60% HP, I think. Another shot from Dreadquake mortar, this time smack in the middle, well, slightly off, but still deleted half a unit of Iron Hail Gunners, with blunderbusses moving in and opening fire as well. Fireglaves also shooting at the Jade Warrior front line. And yeah, one gunner knocked out, which is very nice for the Grand Cathay. For the Killstop was trying to eliminate the Grand Cathay missiles. Another shot, this time onto the Iron Hail Gunners, but wait, Flames of Asgore blasting away some Iron Hail Gunners, but yeah, still have most of the unit intact, so it's not that bad. Especially with the Iron Demon closing in so nearby, they can just start deleting the Iron Demon. Although, Fireglaves are deleting the Astromancer, who is sitting too close to their front line. Oh no! A comet was summoned, but it curved and just didn't hit. Another comet, and it also missed. To be fair, it's probably because the Infernal Gods noticed the trajectory and dodged the shot. So, unfortunately, both comets missed, and no more comets from the Astromancer as the Wuxing War Compass got deleted by the enemy firepower. Same goes for the Iron Hail Gunners. I'm not sure that I missed anything here, but they got shot up pretty badly by the enemy firepower. And the Dreadquake mortar continues to fire in. Flame attack. Again, burn down some Peasant Long Spears. Nothing too crazy there. Yeah, nothing too crazy there. Just routing some troops nearby. But that's about it. Cannons continue to fire, this time onto the Infernal Gods. Really, the Chaos Dwarf have just been ignoring the Grand Cannons. Just hiding the Dreadquake mortar behind the rock, behind the slope, and let the infantry push up with all the guns doing most of the tanking, most of the most of the fire absorption. As they're just shooting down the Iron Hail Gunners from afar. Iron Hail Gunners do not have the range to fire back, And yeah. Dreadquake Mortar continues to just not have the best accuracy in the world, and oh, Flames of Asgore is coming. And it's burning down these retreating Jade Warriors. They are trying to move out of the Flames of Asgore, but still got singed pretty badly by the spell. More Dreadquake Mortar shots. Where is it going? Into this blob of Cathay Peasants. Oh, beautiful hit this time. Absolutely deleting that unit of Peasant Long Spears, although also shattering the Gobbles, but they're just Gobbles, who cares? And yeah, Chaos Dwarf Warriors are grinding down the both Jade Lances and Jade Warriors and Peasant Long Spears alike. There are no missile units nearby, so none of these units are enjoying that harmony effect. Instead, are just getting chopped down with no stat modifiers whatsoever. And things are not looking too great in this case. And yeah, we shall see how the Grand Cathay army can play this one out. Oh, Crane Gunner is on the far side, being jumped by Drazul after action. Terrified away by the Great Taurus, by Cinderbreath. And yeah, the Grand Cathay army is just on an grand exodus right now. A lot of the balance of power is resting in these Grand Cannon and Lord Magistrate. With the Grand Cannons now near Drazul, they're probably gonna get shut down soon, and the Lord Magistrate can't really do shit in combat anyways. So I think that is going to be GG here, as balance of power will be shifting in favor of the Chaos Dwarfs here. Utilizing that terrain on Galbaraz, covering that Dreadquake Mortar from enemy firepower, and getting some really good damage done with the Dreadquakes, the Flames of Asgore. Deleting a lot of units actually, and a Breath Attacks as well. Dreadquake does some good damage, doing a lot of kills. Not in terms of damage value, because most of the value came from the guns actually. And some of these Chaos Dwarf Warriors, I guess, but yeah. Mostly the guns doing all the work. They're shooting down all the Iron Hail Gunners and Crane Gunners. Just not having a very good time on it. Wait, hold on. How did the Crane Gun... the Crane Gunners got a lot of good value shooting up the Iron Demon. And various Chaos Dwarf troops. But the rest of the army didn't really do much in this battle. Grand Cannon got to fire a long time and did a lot of good damage overall. But unfortunately, just... I'm going to jump back in a bit and see how those Crane Gunners died. But yeah. Let me just quickly... rewatch that one. I forgot to pay more attention to the Crane Gunner, so yeah, not a whole lot of that going. My trade micro was very bad. Yeah, I mean, we saw that Iron Demon, but I think that Dreadquake did manage to earn quite a bit of value alongside with other guns and get most of the damage done and win the day. Okay, some of the guns are just sitting back. Dreadquake Mortar just aren't getting any shots. Oh, the Crane Guns weren't shooting at the Inferno Gods. Oh wait, no, they were shooting at the Inferno Gods, but how did they die, huh? Not all of them are shooting at Inferno Gods, I guess. Oh no, that was not ideal. Some of them pushed too far ahead trying to shoot the Dreadquake Mortar and just got exposed to Goblin Laborers, while the back of the box were kind of forgotten there. And these guys got Flames of Asgore or Dreadquake Mortar, so a lot of AoE damage to just knock them out. Goblins got through, yeah, Goblins got through on the... Oh, Goblins got through on this side as well? Okay, I didn't realize, but yeah. And then the Crane Guns might still be alive, but they're also very damaged from shooting against the Inferno Gods. And then with the infantry faltering under blunderbusses and Chaos Dwarf Warriors, and also, of course, Dreadquake Mortar, deleting units in the late game. Yeah, there's just nothing to protect the Crane Guns from Drazul running them down afterwards. Alright. Let's check out this round one. Greenskins versus Chaos Dwarf. This is going to be a fast one, apparently. We shall see what happens in this one. Let's slow down. Greenskins on the green side, and Chaos Dwarf on the red side. Very thematic. First of all, Koreos, Greenskins, the front line of Gobbles, backed up by some Orc Boys and Artillery once again. Goblin Bolt Thrower, Rock Lobbers, and Savage Orc Board Boys with a Broken Tusk Mob and some Manji Marauders, Ruglut's Armored Orcs, very standard stuff, and leading the armies, Warsack once again. Oh, there are some Rusty Airs, and supported by Night Goblin, Big Boss with Squig Thinking for the Squig Summons, Orc Boys on far flank. Yeah, Epic Loonies in the center to rip through enemy formation. On the other side for the Chaos Dwarfs, a front line of Infernal Iron Swan, a lot of explosions, and then behind them a lot of pew pew, a lot of Daka. Well, they're not green skin, so we're not really calling them Daka, but Chaos Dwarf Blunderbuss is gonna blast through any infantry formations that they're charged at them. Goblin Labor is behind them, and in the skies, Saucer Prophet of Ashur. No more Drazoaf leading the army. And let's get... Oh, and also the full center enders as well. Already the Rock Lobbers are lobbing in rocks and trying to shut down... Oh, there's one Bolt Thrower as well, in case they need counter enemy artillery. But yeah, Rock Lobbers throwing in rocks, but being Greenskin artillery, they're not very accurate, unfortunately. Mumbo Jumbo Chant. For what? Wait, what? Oh, base? No, what? That makes no sense. Why are you using Mumbo Jumbo Chant? There's... Huh? I mean, there was Effigy of the Gid, and then a lot of Daka firing in Rusty Air to Sunder Armor, and then boost up the armor-piercing damage, but... What? Why did you Mumbo Jumbo Chant? Anyways, Epic Loonies ripping through enemy formation, and also Squig Hurts to pin enemies down. But unfortunately, the Epic Loonies didn't go through the Blazing Beers of Vazarak, so yeah, that didn't do a whole lot of damage to them. While on the front line, Gobbles got blasted away. Savage Orc Board Boys forgotten at the back there and got deleted by the Flames of Asgore. Now finally activated to pin down the Bull Center Enders with great weapons, with shots firing into the Bull Center Enders, and Broken Tusk Mob pinning them down. Foot of Gork, here it comes! Boom! Half a unit of Chaos Dwarf Blunderbuss is gone. I think it might not have been overcast. It could have done more damage perhaps, but oh no, where's that? Got too close to the Chaos Dwarf Blunderbusses and got deleted. The Daka are firing in, including the massive Rock Lobbers and stuff, but oh no, Warsack took a lot of damage. A good thing is that the Saucer Prophet of Ashur did not have any it doesn't have the Curse of Hashut or whatever it's called. The single entity targeting health drain. So as long as Warsack can stay away from melee, he should be fine. And also don't get close to blunderbusses. The Infernal Iron Swan braving the enemy fire, pushing close, and will be dropping in explosives to delete those Rusty Airs. But the Rusty Airs decided, you know what, we're going into melee, fuck it. And it charges straight in, sundering their armor and well, they're not actually landing. Oh, they don't have armor sundering in melee. Never mind. While Raglar's armor was being tied down, and with all the blunderbusses compromised by the Bacon Cav, and a very nice push from the Greenskins, there's just seems to be no point in fighting back this one. Drazov is also heavily damaged, and yeah, all the blunderbusses have been compromised and occupied by Gobbles and Bacon Cav. They just couldn't push up and fire. I don't think the infantry have what it takes to win it too, as the Rock Lobbers are just deleting them, crushing them left, right, and center. It was overcast. Foot of Gork sucks nowadays. Damn! I thought it would have been better, but never mind. I'm wrong. Foot of Gork sucks. But yeah. The Iron Swan still have a lot of models, but I assume their health are not that good, taking a lot of damage throughout the fight, including from the Foot of Gork and stuff. And the Bull Center Enders got caught by a bunch of Broken Tusk Mob, and then some Savage Orc Boar Boys jumping in as well. They were just pinned down and grind down. Blunderbuss, one of them, did some really good damage. The other two, not so much, as they were quickly compromised in melee. So that was quite unfortunate. And on the other side, Relics Armored Orcs, the missiles did okay, and then yeah, the Broken Tusk Mob did some really good work, and yeah. Oh, Rusty Airs. That Armor Sundering come in so handy against Drazoaf. Sorry, against the Sorcerer Prophet of Ashut. Making sure that, well, making sure that he doesn't get to do any more casting. Or at least trying to whittle him down with a combination of things, really. Let me think. It was Armor Sundering and then combined with the different Daka of the Greenskins. And then suddenly you have a Greenskin army that is just like showering enemy with arrows, and the enemy lord with armor is suddenly not so tanky anymore. So yeah, pretty good stuff. And of course the rock lobbers lobbing rocks into blunderbusses and deleting them. Wanted to effigy but mumbled. Top tier blunder, mate. Top tier blunder. Let's see what else. Yeah, that was the speed run. That was quite fast as well. And now next up we have let's do something different. Beastmen versus Warriors of Chaos. Wait, hold on. Have we seen this before? No, we've seen this before already. I'm gonna quit. Sorry. That was the final one. If you want to see a really good Flames of Ascos, CD versus WOC has a banger. We've already cast that, I think. That was Ender the Lion. That was Ender the Lion blobbing up a bunch of Murder Horse Masters. Or is it Horsemen? And just got entirely deleted by that blob. By that Flames of Ascor. But yeah. Final battle for the day. Greenskins versus Beastmen. Let's see. And of course the Beastman is bringing in Slangor, one of the better gores these days. They're pretty dang strong, not gonna lie. Now for the army builds here, Greenskins going with a front line of Orc Boys and a second line of Missiles Orc Air Boys. And one of them Ruglux Armored Orcs, and then we have some Broken Tusk Mobs, Orc Boys with Spears, and Orc Boy with Biggins, a lot of Biggins in the skies. Savage Orc Great Shaman, eating some damage, I guess. Gaze of Morking, the Malagor Dark Omen, just trying to snipe out the Beastman leadership as soon as possible. And with the Gaze of Mork, the Malagor will have to really think twice before closing in on the Greenskin formation. For the oh, is he just Gaze of Mork, we have Mumbo Jumbo Chant, Brain Burst, Fizz of Gorky. Grill, you're really liking this Mumbo Jumbo Chant today, huh? And yeah, on the other side we have the Slangors and Korngors, Angor Spears, Sanagors at the back there, Butchers of Kalkin God leading the army. Is Malagor already taking some damage from the Gaze of Mork and some Chaos Warhounds, throwing axes Sanagors as well on the far flanks. So yeah, just gonna wait a bit here and see what happens. Greenskins are just kind of standing their ground, occupying the capture point, and having those missile troops to aim at, to face the enemy mobility, face the enemy skirmishers, make sure they have the tools to repel them when they get too close, when they stray too close to the Greenskin formation. While the Orc Boys will be pushing up, they know they can win. Oh, another Gaze of Mork. This time missing, unfortunately. Nice juke from Malagor, or maybe he didn't juke, or I don't know. Didn't really catch it, but basically that was a miss. And Flock of Doom now starts draining down those Greenskins troops now. But yeah, I mean, things are going quite close. I forgot to highlight there's a Snotling Pump Wagon with Flappers in the center, but yeah, we'll see what happens here. There's no more Gaze of Mork so far. Malagor is not close enough to be hit by the spell. Oh, there comes another Gaze of Mork now. Or is he trying to go in for a melee fight? Huh, that might be a risky one. Okay. Oh, another Overcast Flock of Doom, but constantly just eating a bunch of Oh, nice dodge from Malagors, hiding behind the trees and using the terrain to block the shots. But yeah, the overcast damage is constantly just hitting poor Malagor and chipping away his health. But Greenskins have the control of the capture point. Orc boys are gonna get hit by the Butchers of Kalgengod, but they do have the Physical of Gork to fight back, and with their magic attacks and extra melee stats, they should be able to fight on super well into the Slangors. Yeah, they are doing some good damage with the Orc Warrior Biggins charging in as well, but Sonic was piling in and will be shutting down the Orc Air Boys right now. But here comes the Mumbo Jumbo Chan. Even the Orc Air Boys have 47 melee attack and should be able to fight back just fine against the enemy, and also Orc Boys spears are nearby as well. And Orc Boys 76 attack on Orc Boys, 49 mana defense. Yeah, these Slangors are not having a good time fighting them, struggling to damage and taking damage in return as well. However, over here, no melee stat support, and the Korngos should be able to do some good damage to the Bacon Cav. In the front line, there's also no spell support, so the Orc Boys will have a rough time against the Slangors and whatnot. But yeah, one Orc Air Boys have been knocked out. Rugluk's Armored Orcs also getting charged by the Senegos, but they should be able to fight on with their 70 armor and pretty solid melee stats. But over here, Broken Tusk Mob getting... I think they got hit by a Flock of Doom, getting drained down a bit, and also the Korngors are not gonna give them a good time. At least the Orc Air Boys are still firing to chip away the Korngors, but right now, Flappers are fighting, but they haven't done much really. Now charging into the Senegors. Here comes a wow, thing suddenly starts... all these green skin units suddenly start to have a little bit more juice in their hits. However, the AP Loonies have been temporarily forgotten there, and getting hit by throwing axes. Not the worst case scenario for them. Anyways, the Beastmen, if they can avoid a fight, they probably do not want to take it at all, as everything was quite juiced up by the WoW. Now it's worn off, and they're starting to recommit to combat again. However, Malagor, the Dark Omen, dived down onto the ground, but exposing himself. Oh, he was getting chased by a Savage Orc Great Shaman. Probably trying to run away from the Wyvern, so dive down on the ground, but there are some Orc Warrior Biggins to pin him down, and he is terrified away with no nearby Senegors to bail him out. Now here comes the Senegors, but it might be too late. Malagor will be running away, terrified and damaged, and he might just go straight to the white line. It's not too far, and if the Savage Orc Great Shaman can stay on the chase, then it is over for Malagor. I guess it just says Wurzak Wab. I do like Mumbo Jumbo actually when the Lord has it available anyways. Yeah, it's a pretty good like weapon stat buff, but melee stat buff. Unfortunately, it does have the locking you down disadvantage, but in early game this can be quite useful to turn engagements in your favor. But yeah, Slangors are clearing out enemy infantry and whatnot. They're a very solid infantry after all. However, Malagor will be escorted off the map, and that comes in as like a massive leadership debuff for all the existing units on the Beastmen army side. You can see all these flags flashing, banners flashing white. Even the relatively healthier Slangors are breaking without... Yeah, really don't have a lot of threats nearby. It's just them breaking in front of the unbreakable Apic Loonies. Epic Loons. So yeah, I think I'm gonna fast forward here as the Beastmen are on a massive break right now, and the Greenskins are trying to commit very much healthy and can terrify enemies away as they did just now. However, they don't have anything to turn it into a proper route, so they are gonna fight on a little longer. And the Butchers of Kalkana, every second they fight, they're getting attrition down by the Greenskin numbers, but they still are able to terrify things away. Having quite a bit of mobility advantage, but there's still this Savage Orc Great Shaman on the field, and those gazes of Mork might be a problem later in the game. Did they eat a gaze of Mork earlier? I don't know. They're slowly regenerating though. Gonna fast forward a bit there. As the Greenskins are pretty much down to Savage Orc Great Shaman and the Apic Loonies. He just mumbo jumbo chanted himself? Yes, he did. But he can't actually add melee attack to himself because it only applies to allies. So that mumbo jumbo channel is actually not useful in this scenario. It has to be used in conjunction to nearby friendlies. So unfortunately, the mumbo jumbo chan didn't work, and he's now pinned down and vulnerable to a charge coming in from these Senegors, from the Butchers, and I think that is going to be GG for Greenskins. As the Wyvern's trying to get the hell out of there. Can he drop in more Gaze of Mark? I don't know. But Pig Loonies will be shut down. And it's just the Savage or Grey Shaman duking out against the rest of the Beastmen and will be surrounded and overwhelmed. Whittled down, and victory belongs to the Beastmen, with Butchers of Kalgengard holding on till the end. Wait, I never noticed it didn't buff himself. Yeah, unfortunately that didn't work for you, which is a tragedy, for sure. It would have been nice if it worked, but alas, it is not the day for you today. The Butchers of Kalgengard stayed very healthy till the end, as the Greenskins just didn't really have the right tools to deal with them. All these Orc Barbarians are sent to deal with Sandigos and kind of got stuck occasionally on infantry as well. And the Butchers did some very solid damage, terrorizing the Greenskins, especially in the late game. While the Greenskins, Gaze of Mork did well into Malagor, really sniped him out, but unfortunately the rest of the army, spears did alright, whittling down the Sandigos. The missiles not so much. They really needed to prioritize targets on perhaps the better targets. One of the better targets would be the Butchers for sure, and yeah, Warlock's Armored Orcs as usual doing really freaking well, and but yeah, the Bacon Calf not so much, getting hit too much by the Flock of Dooms, man. Flock of Dooms are disgusting. But yeah, that is going to be it for today's replays as well. So that's all for today's 20. I hope you all enjoy this midweek 20 action, whether you're playing in the 20 or just watching on the stream. Yeah, that's going to be it for today. Yeah, massive thanks for you all for joining, and I'll see you all next week, or maybe I don't think I have time for weekend, unfortunately. But yeah, I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you for watching, yeah, and hope you all have a great rest of the day, rest of the week, and we shall see you later. Tactical Lich signing out.